think it, don't overthink it. Thanks for the bit, Gus Johnson. Hey everybody, my name is Phoenix. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for all the support, new supporters that have been following. I appreciate it. I know that we're waiting on a few projects for me, a couple story times, cooking vid. My partner has a bunch of slime videos that she wants to do, whatever. I've been lost on TikTok for a while and working on that. So now I'm gonna work on balancing out the two here. So I appreciate your patience. But this rose today, so I just wanted to talk about it. You know, it's kind of funny because upon watching the podcast with Ethan and Idubbbz, Ethan was just saying that the keys to YouTube success were clickbaity titles where you're responding to other creators or kind of drama-ish or whatever and making your own genuine content, which, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing if you look over the handful of videos I've done. And today, on this episode of How to End Your Career Before It Begins, that's what we're doing. If you noticed by the title, Idubbbz had mentioned something in his most recent video, Ice Cream Man, and I just wanted to respond to that. And absolutely no hate to him. I get it. I get what the general public, how their views are. I get how things in LA are extremely different regarding the homeless population, but I just wanted to give my opinion and my insight onto what I saw in this short section of his video. So I'll insert it here.
Hello, my name is Anthony. I am very interested. It'll help me because I'm homeless and need some extra money. Live in my car, need gas, food, etc. Whoa.
I think it's probably a safe bet to go for someone who isn't in a desperate situation, because that's,
yeah,
they need help in other ways.
Yeah, like maybe
that we can't really provide.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I was in that position. Well, okay, the only thing is it doesn't seem like he's into smoothies.
And I immediately had a few thoughts about it, and then from there I watched the podcast with Ethan and Dax and Idubbbz. Now, a couple of things is that the first thing I wasn't a fan of is that, so Ian Idubbbz had said in the Ice Cream Man, it was at the beginning of the Smoothie Games show bit where they were looking for contestants, and some guy had written in and mentioned that he was homeless, living out of his car and looking for work. So firstly, I definitely commend that guy. You know, despite his situation, he's still out there looking for work. I personally wouldn't have told a prospective employer that I was homeless, because as what was plainly put on display is that's exactly what barred him from getting the position. That is something that a lot of homeless people face, and that's why I always say, you go in there as a normal everyday person, you try to fake the funk, pass it off that you're not homeless. You know, the name of the game is not appearing homeless and blending into society the best you can. Ian's response was that we want to stay away from desperation and that this guy is more than we can help. Now, personally, as I said, I commend the guy for looking for work. I think that's commendable, but he's still trying to earn his way. He's not out there panhandling. He's not out there stealing. He's on Craigslist looking for a job, you know? You know, what makes a homeless person desperate is getting turned down for every job application you sign up for because you're homeless. That leads someone to desperation, not just being homeless in and of itself. I mean, that's not really Ian's fault. He's allowed to select whoever he'd like to select for the bit, but he selected some lady. She didn't show up, and obviously it wasn't just her car breaking down or whatever, because she refused any other methods of transportation. She blew off the job. But I can tell you what, guess who would have shown up if he was selected for that job? Mr. Desperation. He would have shown up early to get that job done, so he got his paycheck. Now, the whole problem that I see, and it's not just with Idubbbz in this situation. This is just a glimpse on a more widespread issue, and that is that no one wants any interaction or anything to do with a homeless person. Like, they look at them a certain type of way. They think the worst things. They have the most negative connotations to them. And how can they ever get out of their situation if they're never going to work? If they're never given a chance, they're never offered any hand up, you know? And, you know, when Idubbbz said, like, he needs more help than we can offer him. And then in the podcast, he's talking about he's humble bragging about wanting to drop 15 grand on a 30-second song clip. Like, 15 grand would, like, change my life. Like, at my point. You know what I mean? Like, a fraction of that would have put that guy in first, last, and security into an apartment where he could, you know, have a month or so, whatever, to get it back on his feet, get his own job, take off. I know that wasn't the purpose of the documentary, and that wasn't something that he wanted to get into. And I understand that Ian isn't Mr. Beast. Like, that's not his shtick. That's not what he wants to do. No big deal. It's a situation that people would just rather ignore. And that's why I do my thing. This is why I put out my channel. You know, like, I'm homeless, but I keep away from my community for this very reason. Like, I put an address down on my job. I got my job. My job doesn't know what's up. You know, I go to work. I keep a proper appearance. And then, like, that's that. And just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I'm desperate, you know? Like, I've been homeless for over a year. I'm very established and adapted to my situation. I'm getting along well. I'm saving my money, I'm working my job, I'm doing just fine. One thing else that was mentioned in the podcast, and you know, I highly doubt Idubbbz is even going to notice this, or anyone even related to him for that matter. You know, I'm like such a minuscule channel on here. But one thing that he had said in the podcast is that he had just picked up 3 chickens, I don't know, for egg laying purposes or whatever. Well, that made me even more inclined to respond, because just recently, as you guys know, I had just come across 3 ducks out here in the woods, and I wanted to show him them because he was bragging about some nice looking clean coats. Well, let's take up one of my boys real quick here. This is Ham, Sir Hamilton, ham steak. How do you like that coat, Idubbbz, huh? How's that for a nice coat? They're still young. Hey, it's okay, buddy. I gotcha. Still young, but look at that. Look at those neck feathers, huh? Oh, hey, you want to sit on a chair? Look at that beautiful coat, huh? Not bad. For somebody also who's homeless, huh? Got no mites. All right, eating good. Good boy. And they do come. I would have suggested ducks, because these guys are really friendly. And I think they're a little smarter than chickens. There you go, this is Drumstick. Say hi. He's a little more photogenic. Come here, look. Looking good, huh? If you ever need any tips on raising poultry, you'll be able to learn a lot from a homeless person. Isn't that right? Look, she's got food all over her beak. You been snacking, huh? You been snacking, sweetie? What's that, hon? What do you say? What do you say? Tell him. Alright, you heard it here from Drumstick. I'll bring in Nugget real quick. And this is Nugget. Say hi. Say hi. Go ahead. Yeah. Beautiful. Pretty smart. They actually have pulled the zippers on my tent to let themselves in. And I guess they laid eggs just as big as ducks. But yeah, so I mean, you can't, just like any other person, you can't judge them just by the situation. You can't judge them just by a certain trait or characteristic. You know, just because somebody's homeless doesn't mean anything else. You can't correlate any 2 things to also, like, to being homeless. Like, for example, like, you know, you're Idubbbz, you're a millionaire. Like, you have a very successful career that you've built up for yourself, and you have 3 birds. I'm homeless, I live in a tent, I have 3 birds. And I did all the proper research to make sure that they've been as healthy as possible. And don't worry, I know that they all have names after food. They're not, I'm not gonna eat them. But yeah, no, they're sweeties. They're sweethearts. That good Nugget? But yeah, no, this whole video is just all in good fun. I mean, I want to change like the whole, oh, hold on, I gotta put her back in her nest. So anyways, no harm, no foul. Like, I get it. I get how people view homelessness. Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, I understand that it's a heavily stigmatized topic. I understand people in the community are extremely stereotyped, and that's just the way it is. And that's why I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do here. You know, as I've said it a million times, like, I work my job, I don't steal, I don't do drugs, I don't panhandle. I just go to work every day. I'm trying to work myself out of my situation. And yeah, I mean, I'm no different than you, right? We both have 3 little beautiful birds. Well, I have 1 male. I think you should, I'm not exactly sure on what the ratio is for chickens, but I know for ducks, you definitely want to have like 1 male for every 2 or 3 females. So it worked out good in my case, but yeah, we're no different, you and I, except number of subscribers and our number in the bank account. Other than that, like, I give everyone the same respect that everybody the same respect that I would expect in return, and it's really as simple as that. So, I mean, I really hope that I've at least changed somebody's mind on what they think homelessness is. Thank you, Ethan of H3H3, for kind of reinforcing my ideas as far as what I'm doing is correct. The idea that what I'm doing is correct. And yeah, I mean, the video had been done. I mean, it's just kind of like Beetlejuice, right? Like, you mentioned homelessness, like, I'm gonna make a video about it. Like, that's the only commentary I do, because I really don't want to be involved in drama. So, like, this isn't a drama video. I've watched these creators for the longest time. Watched Ethan forever. I've watched Idubbbz forever. I remember long before Vape Nation, I was watching Ethan, and around the whole Pisces thing, I was watching Idubbbz, because I'm a Pisces too, isn't that right? Like, total job. But no hard feelings, no drama. It is what it is. I just wanted to kind of respond to that one point. But yeah, thank you guys. And if anyone else here is new coming to this video, I would appreciate the support, the subscription, the watch time, whatever. I'm trying to get monetization. I'd like to make this, you know, a side income here. So thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. Oh yeah, I also just wanted to mention, while you look at the ducks in their nighttime nest, that if you are interested in following my TikTok, it is the same name, at Less Than a Home. And please also support my editor, Zach, with Public Access and Chill. All links will be down in the description. And also, I am trying to work on getting a Patreon up. I'm just trying to figure out some tiers. If you guys have any suggestions on far as what type of tiers I should offer on Patreon, please feel free to drop a comment, and I will, I'll take them into consideration. I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Yeah, like, you guys spent more money on those 2 Ninja blenders than you even paid the cast for your smoothie game show. I mean, come on, like, the whole time Dax was talking about how much those movies pay, even small roles. I think you could have splurged a little bit more for your hired contestants. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you could have done something for the homeless guy. You didn't have to be so, like, afraid of him. I found it extremely commendable that he's out there looking for work. He's out there trying to change his situation on his own, you know, and this, you know, hell, that's just what I'm trying to do, you know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.